A lot of people, they're going through a lot of issues with recession and things like that. A lot of people are actually losing hope. So I decided to speak on the universal laws and God. The reason why I chose the universal laws instead of a particular religion is because I know a lot of people, they fight about religion, and I'm not really trying to get into any hassle with anybody. By the way, I am a Christian, but I have studied mostly all the religions. In fact, I took a religious study class, and I studied religion outside of that. But me, myself, I'm a Christian. So today, I'll just elaborate about the universal laws I've studied and how it has applied to the successful people I've studied, as well as my life, and use the laws to basically implement these changes in my life. Beliefs and how they were formed. All beliefs were formed through a repetition of information. Some people may be like, well, I was born as such and such, and that's why I think the way I think. I can prove that it was formed through a repetition of information. You look at it like this. If you were born here in the United States by a black person in the hood, but some kind of way you were adopted by somebody in China, you wouldn't still have those same beliefs as someone in the hood because of your environment and the repetition of information that you learned from the Chinese setting. You would speak Chinese. You would think how Chinese people think, and you would also eat what they eat. Vice versa, if a Chinese baby was adopted by somebody in America, they would have an American way of life because that repetition of information in which they've learned. So beliefs are established by your environment as well as a repetition of information. Subconscious and the conscious mind. The subconscious mind is your emotional state of mind. That's the mind that God will actually speak to you as. It's more like the soul. I compare it to the soul. Then you got the conscious mind. The conscious mind survives through senses. That's what most people use. Instead of them tapping into their subconscious mind, they tap into the conscious mind. So they go by what they hear, see, smell, taste, touch. Whereas the subconscious minds respond to emotion. And it actually is the mind that will actually tap into the higher power. The conscious mind is much easier to change than the subconscious mind. A person could change the conscious mind basically by reading something, you know. But the subconscious mind registers everything. So you can modify your subconscious mind and not even have any intention to actually doing something. Have you all ever listened to a song, a knowing song? Like for me, it would be something like Soulja Boy, like one of them knowing songs he has. Like what's the name of this song? I Got Me Some Baby Nates or something like that. And that song gets stuck into your head all day long. You can't get the song out your head no matter how hard you try. You put it into your subconscious mind. It just repeating the song over and over and over and over. A lot of y'all might think I'm crazy by saying this, but you know, I talk to myself, not like in a crazy way, but if I'm in the restroom or something like that and I know it's something I need to get better, I say, man, you know, we got to get better at this. I will basically talk to my subconscious mind and expect for God to help me with that. I tell myself and him that I'm very grateful for this, but I think I need to get a little bit better at this. So just help me, God, with this. And my subconscious mind, you make sure you listen so that we can get better at this. Mind, body, soul. So where I'm seeing things with my conscious mind, but I'm looking for the answers in my subconscious mind. What's a paradigm and how is it formed? Paradigm is your belief system. And again, it was formed through a repetition of information. As I said earlier, it comes down to environment and the things that you choose to put into your mind. If a person was born into a proper household, let's say his parents spoke proper, they didn't teach him anything about the hood, but the same person decided to watch a lot of TV and watch a lot of rap videos or listen to the radio or buy a lot of rap CDs, this person will begin talking and acting like those rappers because that will become his or her beliefs simply because it's been repeated. It's repetition of information. All this stuff is repetition of information. So you have to really be careful what you listen to, what you read, and what you watch, because the media is made to shape your mind. And as I was saying earlier, a lot of people seem to be losing hope. And I blame a lot of that on the media, because it's crazy how you can look at a news station and for 90% of the newscast is going to be negative, while 10% will probably be positive. The media reinforces negative behavior. So you thinking about, oh, the recession. A lot of people, they're forgetting about God and how He has your back if you have faith and if you believe. They're going by their conscious mind. They're going by senses. They're not even going by the higher power. We'll take this back to childhood, because a lot of people, beliefs from childhood actually affect them now. Let's just say we had a kid in school. The parents stayed on them about education, and the kid believed that they would be smart one day and they would become a lawyer. If this child believed that going into class and that was preached around the household, and they stayed focused, they would become a success. And then let's say we take another child. This child, parents didn't help them with the homework. The child wasn't really that smart. Nobody really paid attention to the child in school. The child already had the mind frame that it will fail. That's the child's belief. So they go through life later on, it hunts them. They can't do everything that they really want to do. They may have a goal or a dream, and they can't even begin to even see how they're going to accomplish this goal or dream. And they don't consider themselves as smart because nobody never really told them they were smart. Nobody really ever educated them or encouraged them to take education seriously. So they go through life thinking that they're dumb, not knowing if they wanted to educate themselves, they could do so through a repetition of information. That's all education is, teaching yourself over and over and over. And if you teach yourself the same thing over and over and over, and you believe, you'll become educated. Another person that may settle for less in life. The parents didn't tell them to strive for much. Whereas you have another kid who their parents constantly told them, you can do it, baby, you can do this, you can do that. And they believed it, and they put it into their mind, and it was reinforced through school, through the parents' friends, and they believed it. That child would become a success, and when they get older, they will have confidence because the confidence has been instilled in them. It's been instilled into their belief system. Whereas the child that nobody ever really gave confidence, and the child was always criticized, the parents always showed pity instead of pushing them a little bit harder and telling them they can do it. That child grows up and they're not really confident in anything. They look at life like they know that they may fail in life. And they hadn't even tried. They just say, what if I fail? Whereas the confident person, they walk right in. They just say, well, I know I'm going to give it my best, and if I don't make it, that's that. That all stems from childhood. It comes from your paradigm. Paradigm is also important because it's the way you think. Your thoughts. Well, your beliefs lead to your thoughts. And then your thoughts lead to your actions. So you act on based upon what you know. If you don't know much, then you probably won't view yourself as actually doing that good. Whereas if you think you know a lot, you'll probably be confident. And if you know that you don't know something, you'll probably find some resource to actually make yourself better at that topic because you believe. How I changed my beliefs from thinking hood to aiming for success. The first thing I did was took control of my mind. You know, in the hood, you got all these rules. You know, if you don't dress a certain way, you like this. If you go to school and you make good grades, you might be a lame. If you reading a book, you might be a lame. If you're not smoking, you lame. If you trap, you what's up. If you rob, you what's up. It seems like the worse things you do, the more important you are. And when you're trying to do things the right way, a lot of times you have a problem. I said forget that. I basically stuck with what I knew was right. Instead of me just running along, I said, if I want to be free, I got to be me. And that's a quote by Gove. I love that quote. Because if you want to be free, you got to be you. You can't be who people want you to be just to try to fit in. So that was the first thing I did. The second thing I did, I prayed heavily. I still pray heavily to this day. Like, I'm one of those people, I probably pray like in between 10 and 15 times a day. I pray when I first get up. I pray in the shower. If I'm thankful for something that happened throughout the day, I run to the bathroom, I'll say a prayer. And a lot of people may pray, but they may not see results. Look at your prayers. you should always pray for what you're grateful about and what you want. And instead of saying, okay, I don't want this, I hope this doesn't happen, because that means that you're lacking faith. Faith and fear doesn't mix. So if you're constantly saying, I hope, and that means that you don't have faith. And God says you should have faith. You should have faith in yourself, because He's going to actually send you a way to do it if you have that faith. So I always pray for what I want, and I always pray for the things that I'm grateful for. And I'm not one of those people who just simply pray when I need something. Some people do that. Me, like I said, I pray daily. The little things that y'all may miss in y'all prayers, I'm praying about. Hear, see, smell, taste, touch, things like that. Just little simple things. I also became big on education. You don't educate yourself. People they're going to educate you based on who they want you to be. If you don't use your mind, you lose. So if you don't control what you're actually wanting to educate yourself about, the media or just general people are going to educate you. And people are only going to tell you what they want you to know. Anybody that knows me personally, they'll tell you that I read a lot of books. In the month of January, let me see, I read 15 books just in that 1 month. I read heavily. I read a lot of non-fiction books, because I want to know about successful people. I want to know about life. I want to know about things that can make me better. I also read a lot of books about money, self-enrichment books, and things of that nature. Things that can make me better as a person. I don't want to hear a story or some gossip about somebody. How is that going to make me better? The law of attraction and how energy works. Okay, the law of attraction says that your body is energy. Everything is energy. And according to your vibration, that's the wavelength you're on. So if you're on a negative vibration, or you're a negative person that's just thinking negative all the time, then you're on a negative wavelength. But if you're a positive person and you know where you're going in life, it's going to match you up with people and circumstances to get you where you're trying to go. That's law of attraction 101. Also, it teaches that you should live from the inside out, because that's how life works, from the inside out. It says that your results are a report of what's going on in the inside of you. So all of your circumstances are what's actually going on the inside of you. And I strongly believe that the reason being is because it boils down to your beliefs. Let's just say we got one person. This person still has the same set of beliefs, but they're saying, okay, I gotta find a new job. So they get a new job and they're making like $500,000 a year, whereas they were making $250,000 a year the first time, and they were in all this debt. Their beliefs are the same. So when that person get that $500,000 job, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna blow most of the money, because they still have those same beliefs, and they're gonna end up in a wilder set of debt, because their belief system is to spend and to get all these material things. If you change the inside, and you change the way you think, and you change the way you view life, you get that you probably could survive off the $250,000 job, because you will find more ways. You change your whole belief system. You're not looking into buying material items. Instead, you're looking for circumstances to actually make yourself better, because you've changed how you thought. Your whole thought process is differently than the way you thought before. So it actually makes sense to me to live from the inside out. Before we get into success, let's define success. The best definition I found was by Earl Nightingale. Success is a progressive realization of a person that's engaged in a worthy ideal. This person is engaged in something that they think they can actually do. That's what success is. A lot of people equate success with money, but to me, success is not really equated with money. Yeah, you would get lots of money if you're looking for the money in your success, but a person can be successful and not even have that much money. They're successful in their own mind. And a person is actually successful before they get the money, because they have to come up with a goal to actually get the success. Then the goal is before they have the money. They know how they're going to get it, so they're actually successful.